here. Why are so many sellers switching from 1P to 3P? Maybe Daren, you can kick this one off, and I'd love to get Nancy's thoughts as well on this one.
Yeah, sure. So, from our perspective, where we sit, I think at the most macro level, it's brands wanting to maintain a bit more control over their own destiny, as Steve suggested. When you're selling in a 1P model, you ship your product and you have very little control from that point forward. And brands often see manifestations of that lack of control through that channel conflict, through unauthorized sellers interfering with their 1P sales, through erosion of their brand value, brand image, negative reviews stacking up, you name it. And as this channel grows in size and importance, you see brands wanting to have a bit more control over their destiny, to be able to, as they're doing business with their offline customers, to say, hey, look, we're doing everything we can to maintain control of our brand, to incentivize really high quality partners to sell our products, to do the things necessary to promote us vis-a-vis marketing initiatives, trained sales teams, displays, all of those things in the brick and mortar world that really become a tough proposition when a brand is out of control online. So I think that just as that general matter, to be able to really drive the business, to zero in, to have a true growth partner like a Pattern being in their corner is why we see brands flipping 1P to 3P in many instances.
Excellent. How about you, Nancy?
So I have I guess the benefit of having been at a company where we had worked both with 1P and also managed 3P direct, as well as having 3P marketplace resellers who were selling our product. And I think to Daren's point, brand control was continually an issue, could be an issue even across 3P. But what we found with the 1P environment, at least while I was at Brownie Brittle, was that we definitely pricing always was impacted. I felt like it was a fairly frequent issue that I would log on and see our product either drop down significantly or slightly up. It was kind of all over. And while we want to allow our retailers to set their pricing, we do have, as I came to Megafood, we have a fairly strong IMAP policy, and so it was important to us to not go the 1P route because we were very concerned about that. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons for us to, at the moment, not want to pursue a 1P strategy. And then, there are also certain contract negotiations with Amazon that can be, once you go down that path and you're kind of tied in with them, then you're negotiating from that, whatever value contract you can get, you're constantly negotiating from that point. And we do have the benefit of our parent company having 1P, so we're able to see both sides. But for us right now, there are reasons that 1P might work for one company, but for us right now, it would only be a detriment to us.
Yeah, super helpful. And again, I'm sure there are a lot of people on the call, they're going to find a lot of value in everything that you just outlined on that front. One of the questions that came through that I think is relevant to this, so maybe Daren, I'll toss it back to you, is any strategies, tips, concerns for brands maintaining a 1P relationship but adding a 3P presence as well? I'm sure that kind of this hybrid model you come across a lot. What feedback do you have or gotchas to have people look for?
Yeah, so I think I'll let the brands decide for themselves whether the commercials of that are good and attractive and something that you want to pursue strategically. I think as you get down more into an execution framework, I think what you want to avoid is having ASIN overlap between your 1P presence and your authorized third-party presence. I mean, you really don't want to set yourself up to be fighting your own brand on the platform for sales and setting yourself up for that erosion. So I would suggest some form of segmentation under that type of strategy, you know, unless of course it is just you know, your 3P play is just an inventory play essentially. Should 1P run out of stock and you just want to be there, but not actively trying to sell through the storefront. I think just at a basic level, you know, that's going to give you the best chance to maintain control of the brand and not erode yourself in the process.
Love it. Any comments from you on that one, Nancy, either? I'm sure that has crossed your mind before. Why not try to do hybrid? You know, what are your thoughts and how did you end up with a decision there?
Yeah, well, for us, again, you know, I mean, in our case, you know, and I don't want to modify a topic, but, you know, it's also looking at what approach you have to 3P that can, you know, vary that decision. But for us, from a 1P perspective, it is more resource demanding. I felt like, you know, when I worked on the 1P side, I spent more time, you know, proving to Amazon that we had shipped something than I did actually working on whether I could actually, you know, selling the product and my marketing. But I think that, you know, to the point mentioned earlier by Daren, you know, when we look at the hybrid model, the benefit to a hybrid model is certainly the ability to, you know, if you have inventory concerns, perhaps you don't think that Amazon ordered enough inventory, it allows you to put product in the 3P marketplace to help backfill. As well, also, if you have holiday items, that can be a real benefit because Amazon is looking at, you know, past sales to determine what kinds of inventory that they might order on a new product or a seasonal product, and they're not going to be accurate. So the 3P allows you to help, you know, with that inventory flow, control it a little bit more.